Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wayne Dungy,
And this is Jennifer Dungy.
and thank you for listening to the good, the bad, the Dungies. So this is episode number 2. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hey, everybody! I know it's been a while since we recorded. Our first one was in February, and we wasn't able to get until March, so we apologize for that. There was a lot going on in March, and so we promised to do a better job to the best of our ability. But don't hold us to that. So, once again, my name is Wayne Dungy. I'm here with my lovely wife, Jennifer Johnson Dungy. And so, yeah, today we're going to talk about communication. This is a hot topic, especially in our household. We talk about communication, we argue about communication. Um,
I don't know if I would say argue. I think we disagree.
well, okay, that's a better way of saying it. We disagree. See, our communication right there is different, right? Um, so I can already feel a word like so. So yeah, let's get into it. So how I want to start this? I want to start this by
Just put it out there. Put it on the table. Say it like it is.
all right. So I had asked Jennifer about this because I saw on a group I was in Facebook there was a situation where a husband, no, a fiance, he was his wife, his fiance was telling him that she didn't want to breastfeed no more. And okay, it is her body, but he also said he would like for his fiance to breastfeed their child because they have a child together. Then they have a child each separately, and she breastfeed her other child. But all the kids been breastfed, and so he would like for their child together to be breastfed as well. And the wife was like, "No, it's his body. It's her body." And no, I won't say triggers, but when you use that, a lot of times it'll be like, "Well, it's my body, and I do what I want to do," and I get that, understand that, but in a way that could be a trigger. Like, dang, like my opinion don't matter. So fast forward, they go to the doctor. They in the room. They're talking about it again for the baby checkup, and she's saying, "I don't want to breastfeed." He's saying he advocating that you breastfeed. He really want her to breastfeed. It's the best thing for the child. And then the doctor overheard it. The doctor come in and say, "Well, I overheard your conversation saying that you didn't want to breastfeed no more." Well, that's the best thing for the child to breastfeed. And then the fiance, she was like, "Okay, I'll breastfeed." Now, that's the thing. If you like, I hear a lot of men saying this, especially those in a relationship. Uh, they'll tell their woman or the significant other something, and then all of a sudden they go and they hear it from a friend or a professional or somebody else, and then all of a sudden they get it, they understand, they click or they agree with it, and you like, I just told you the same thing. And me in the past, me and Jennifer had discussions about this, because I felt at times I was like, I told you that, so how you didn't get it when I just told you the same thing that your friend told you, and it could be frustrating on my end. And so, why? I know me and Jennifer had talked about this, so she brought up some valid points. Now, I'm still like, okay, but still. So, Jennifer, why don't you tell us your view, what you think about that situation, or as it relate to them and how it relate to us?
I think that situation, I think that that's a hard situation. One, that topic was hard. Just one, I don't know the age of the child, so we can get really specific. Maybe she felt bullied. There is a sense of power when a doctor comes in a room and says, "Oh, this is what's best for baby," and how he said it or delivered it could have been the thing that led her to be like, okay. Because sometimes when doctors say something, it's like, dang, if I don't do it, like, I'm like really failing my child. So a lot of times it's in the delivery. So maybe the way that husband or fiance was delivering it, it just wasn't getting through. Sometimes when you as a man come to us and you're like, this is XYZ, y'all's delivery isn't always getting through a crowd. So we hear it in a different way. You may be saying something, but your delivery is telling me something completely different. So I don't get that from you. But let my homegirl come tell me, and I'll be like, oh, that made complete sense because she's coming from a different place. And her place is like non-judgmental. It comes in a different voice. It comes sweet loving. Sometimes you come in with this bias or this judgment, and it's different coming from somebody like you are in love with than someone from the outside looking in. There's just so much that comes with that. So of course, I know it feels like, and you say it all the time, like, why? Why can't you listen to me? Why do you listen to other people when you get frustrated? And I let you know, even when that happens, that yes, you did say it. But I didn't get it when you said it. Sometimes I got to hear stuff like 2 or 3 times for it to be like, oh, that makes complete sense. But it sounds better when she said it because it just made sense when she said it. When you said it, it sounded a little harsh or it sounded a little judgmental or whatever. But when she said it, it finally broke through the brick wall and I got it now. So I think that's really my take of it is that it may not always come through the brick wall the first time. Y'all may not be saying it in a way that I get it. So somebody else got to break it down for me.
I hear that, but it's just so frustrating because do you think I've done that? Like, if you look back at it and be like, I told you things, and you go talk to somebody else and then you get it. Can you look?
Oh, trust and believe you have. I've been telling you about fatherhood programs for years, baby. For years, I've been like, you need to jump on this. You need to jump on this. And now you jumping on it, but because somebody else is talking to you. I've been telling you for years to quit this teaching. And now somebody else talking to you about it. You're like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll say, what? Oh, now you want to? But I've been telling you. So then it's like, I've been saying the same thing, but I don't trip. I'm like, whatever. At least it goes through. Someone got to you. Someone made it make sense. So either way, we benefit.
Yeah, but I don't quite agree with that because I think I was starting the process before talking to somebody else. Now they provide a platform and maybe some financial means for me to do it, but I just didn't have the what right direction. That's why I've been asking you. I mean, how do you do this? How do you do that? Because there is no program that's been put in place, so it's different. So I couldn't just jump up, be like, I'm gonna quit and go do it. I mean, that's kind of hard. Like, I didn't know where to start from, and now I got a starting point.
Right. When it came to the fatherhood programming, I wasn't saying just quit your life and go straight to the fatherhood program. But what, just like this Black Motherhood Project began, it began with conversations about what Black mamas needed. What is it that Black fathers need? What do y'all need? It's a simple focus groups. It's simple meetings. Like
I mean,
and stuff like that. It's groups. Y'all can meet. There's so many different things that you could do, and maybe you didn't have that platform, but now you have it. But it is what it is. I'm glad that it's happening now, but now we on that there's more people tapping into it. So it's like, oh, we got to really jump. Now I feel like there's a rush for it because the market's gonna get hit quickly.
yeah, and there's more of a backing because even when you were starting with the program that you really really came from, there was somebody backing it. And then you providing things for people to come to the groups, and they were providing child care, and they provided this and this to draw people in, and so it made it more. I won't say feasible, but there was a backing behind it.
Yes, and no, because if you think about it, we were on the before that this was a hot topic for the United States. The program I came from was started 5 years ago, so that was before this was like
No,
a main topic.
but
So it wasn't really. We still was fighting for the funds to do stuff. It was still an issue. It's just
yeah,
talking to the right people at the right time, I guess, and that we did get some stuff accomplished. But it was moments that we did a lot of work for free. We did have these conversations to get it started,
no,
and then it was like, okay,
no. I know that because y'all were having like meetings and then providing different things. But yeah, but in other words, so you felt like that. Like now, I'm jumping on and doing it, and I guess I could see your viewpoint from that. But like I said, the timing is perfect now.
and that
So
and that's what it may be. Maybe the timing was perfect, like for her. The timing lined up. Oh, maybe you're right. Like the communication, it all lined up in her head when she went to the doctor. That oh, okay, well maybe you're right. Maybe now it's like two against one. It wasn't just one against one. Now it's two, and the doctor has some legit stats that he's bringing up and talking about. And so yeah, maybe I do need to breastfeed a little bit longer.
yeah. So what I come to that being thinking about that, and I see a lot of guys say it. That's just part of a relationship. That's going to happen. You just got to chunk it up to be a part of a relationship. Learning communication style, because everybody's communication style is different. And if you are getting frustrated with it, find somebody to go vent to, talk to, instead of holding it in. Cause the guy went and vent in our group. He came and he talked in the group, and then a lot of guys you hear different people's opinions. Like everybody like we all done been through there. You know, a lot of guys were coming from. You gotta understand it's her body, and she gonna feel the way she feel. You just gotta be there, support her, and communicate with her. And you have the right to feel the way you feel because you feel like your opinion don't count. But if you continue to work on your communication um, skills, hopefully eventually, it'll get better. And then as well, you have somebody to go to, so you don't feel like you're doing this alone. 'Cause I think as the male part, I feel like a lot of times we feel like we're doing this alone, and who we should talk to. And I do see a lot of more guys talking to each other. I actually I was lucky enough to go to college and be a part of a campus ministry where me and my boys, we always talk and vented with each other. So I was fortunate for that, to have all of them holding me down when I was going through some things, and I was holding them down when they're going through some things. So I think we talked about that last time. It takes a village, and so as Jennifer alluded to, she brought up if you're in the Austin area or Bastrop County area, I am looking to start a fatherhood program, so we'll be having events out there. I know it's shameless plug, my bad, but we will be having more events. If you are on Facebook, you can follow the page. The Black Central Texas Dads is my Facebook page. You can follow that as well, and that's open to everybody. You know, we just highlighting um, dads. Uh, especially African American dads, let them know that we are in the building, we are handling our business, and not all just a negativity thing. But go back to our conversation about communication. We're gonna take this quick break real quick, and I'm gonna come back with top 10 things, top 10. What is this? Let me see. Top ten causes of relationship communication problems from marriage.com. So we're gonna do this song by Kyle Monet called Intro. Then after intro, we're gonna come back and then we're gonna discuss that list and see if any of that pertains to us as a couple. So thank y'all for rocking with us, and we'll be right back. Enjoy the tune.
See, it's crazy how it all changed for me. Just a year ago, I didn't have these dreams. I started See, it's crazy how everything has changed. I'm the best, I don't rest because I need a check. People say so much, but they don't know the struggles. They just really know the half, and that's from they mothers. They ain't never experienced change. They think it's a game. I'm here through the storm and rain, trying to make it to the biggest stage. And they trying to knock me, but there ain't no stopping me. I'm gonna keep running and pushing and going and running and They looked at me funny, cause I ain't have money. And all of a sudden, they wanna be buddies. I think that is funny, that it's all about money. I'm ripping and running, trying to see who really for me. I came from way down, trying to figure out if I'm gonna make it out. I came from way down, I had to come up on the check without a doubt. I came from way down, trying to figure out if I'm gonna make it out. I came from way down, I had to come up on the check without a doubt. Everybody, yeah. Everybody, yeah. Everybody goes through enough on their own. Sometimes you gotta hold it down, stay strong. No matter what they say, you can't move on. They looked at me, cause I ain't have. And all of a sudden they wanna be buddies. I think that is funny, that it's all about money. I'm ripping and running, trying to see who really for me. I came from way down, trying to figure out if I'm gonna make it out. I came from way down, I had to come up on the check without a doubt. I came from way down, trying to figure out if I'm gonna make it out. I came from way down, I had to come up on the check without a doubt. I started thinking about the different things that life bring. I started hustling to get the things that I need. I started thinking about the different things that life bring. I started hustling to get the things that I need. I came from way down, trying to figure out if I'm gonna make it out. I came from way down, I had to come up on the check without a doubt. Everybody, yeah. Everybody, yeah.
And welcome back. That was Kyle Monet, her first official single, Intro. Yes, that's one of my artists. Kyle Monet is an R&B soul artist out of Maynard, Texas, around the Austin area. She's actually working on her first official project right now. We're working on that. She got the music video. Y'all go check it out on YouTube. Check out her YouTube channel at Kyle Monet Music. Y'all would love this girl. She could sing. I'm not just saying it because I work with her, but this girl got pipes on her. And so she got the music video, Intro. We're working on the next video. She actually be graduated from high school this year. Whoop, whoop. I know, graduated from high school this year, which is very big for us. So we're going to really be making a push because now she's transitioning from being a teenage in high school to now you graduated. You a young woman and you coming to your own. So once again, that's Kyle Monet Intro. You can find her on Facebook at Kyle Monet. You can follow me, Deep Impact Entertainment, and Leader of the Training as well. That's our nonprofit that we doing a lot of our great programs from. And before we get to the top 10 causes for communication, I want to put this out there right now. If you are in the Bastrop area, we want y'all to come out to the Urban Experience, which is going to be on May 4th, 2019 from 7 to 9:30 at the Lost Pines Art Center. It's put on by Bastrop County Cares and Leaders in Training. We will be painting. There will be drinks provided, and there will be networking. So we want people to come out that's in the Bastrop community, not just in Bastrop, Elgin, McDade, Smithsville. We're calling everybody to come out, hang out with us, come paint while we listen to some music. So we jam out. And that will be on May 4th. We're going to be very excited. And next month in June, we'll be in Smithsville with the Urban Experience. And in July, we'll be back in Elgin. But y'all make sure y'all come out May 4th. Go look on Facebook, search the Urban Experience. Go RSVP when it got 20 spots available. They are filling up. All right, so let's get back to it. So, man, I keep saying so. I gotta work on that. I gotta work on my skills, y'all. I apologize. I keep saying that so much. See, I just said it again. So the top 10 communication thing is number 1. Let's see this. Too much screen time. They say, according to marriage.com, one of the top 10 causes of relationship that cause communication problems is too much screen time.
Truth.
I don't think so.
You have way too much screen time.
I do. I do be watching TV.
Way too much.
But what's too
screen
much?
time.
If you look it, she goes to sleep way earlier than me.
It don't matter. So if that's the truth, then you should be able to have screen time once I'm asleep.
Yeah. But I don't really do screen time that much.
It's not true. We go somewhere, you on your screen. You will go to dinner, you on your screen.
You on your screen too, right?
Well, where we go, because you ain't talking to me. You
I am talking. You on your screen more than me.
No, baby. I bet if we did the Apple test to see who is on their screen more, your screen test will read more. You are on your screen more than me.
I do have when I'm on my screen time in peak, I'm on it and I'm on it a lot.
Ding, ding, ding.
But on the peak, but that's like concentrated times. You're consistently, if you ask me.
Nah.
So.
Nah.
Well, I'll take the blunt of that. I may be, because I could admit I found a great way to learn how to ignore you and the kids at times. When y'all be talking to me, especially if I'm reading the text and I'm into something already, and then you come into it, then I'm already into it. I got to get out of that before I could just stop.
See? And then you take on extra responsibilities and your phone be ringing more. So it just be like, oh, more screen time, more phone time.
Yeah. I do. I have to say, I tell my students this too, that I have to work on that a little bit more. And I could admit that. I be on my screen too much. And so I have to work on that. That's a skill that I'm working on. And I think I've done better. All right. Number 2, casual jealousy. So basically, casual jealousy is when somebody, y'all worry about who you get a text from, or you get jealous because you saw them laughing with someone else, assuming the worst damage both communication and trust. I think you have that more than me.
I used to. And nowadays, I don't even care.
You care a little bit more. No, you care more still. You still care more than I do.
No, I think you care more.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel like you care more. Especially now, like with me losing weight and stuff, I feel like you care more. Now I just be like, whatever.
I don't agree with that. I honestly don't agree with that. Because I could say you could go out and do you with whoever or different things, and it doesn't bother me. Okay. You know, as long as you just hit me up. Like, hey, I'm safe. Cool. Okay, bye. I'll talk to you when you ready to talk. That's me. But I don't feel like you're the same in a sense.
Maybe.
Go ahead.
I feel like I used to be more jealous now. Like I said, I go to sleep. It don't bother me, baby. I'm tired. I ain't got time to be jealous.
Man.
Compared to what I used to be, babe, please.
So if we comparing what you used to be, then yes.
That's what I'm saying.
But like, even
I might still have a little bit, but it ain't like what I used to be. I used to be like real. Oh no, don't do that. You can't. Now I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, but you still give a little hard time. That's why I don't really go out. God be like, man, I don't feel like dealing with it.
Baby, you want to go out.
And I think, but also, and let's say you wake up at 2, or you'll wake up and be like, where you at? And then you'll
Yeah,
have,
cause at 2 in the morning ain't nothing open but some strip clubs and a hospital. So which one you at, the strip club or the hospital?
I could just be communicate with my homeboy, which I
Like I
usually
said,
doing,
at 2 in the morning ain't nothing open but strip club and a hospital. Which one you gonna be at?
which I'm usually doing. Cause I'm a good boy.
Strip club or hospital? Which one you gonna be at?
So number 2. So number 1 with me, I that's my issue. Number 2, I'm gonna have to give that to you.
I'm not claiming that issue. I don't want to claim none of these. But okay, number 3. Go
Number
ahead.
3, harsh words.
Ding ding ding. Wayne Dungey wins that one.
But I will say I have gotten way better at that.
And not
so,
using harsh words.
yes, not using hard word until you keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and then I go for the cut. But you do more things and it adds up more, and then I just come in with one big blow. But you do it on the. I feel like you do it because I think you jokingly do stuff because you so sarcastic.
What do I jokingly do?
You just so sarcastic.
I'm not doing anything sarcastic. I'll be in past life, but I be so tired nowadays. I do not jokingly, sarcastically do anything.
It's hard. It's hard for you to give a straight answer to something. You have to be something to get to the answer. I'm just like, can you just tell me yes or no? Why you have to add all that extra stuff to it? The yes or no?
Cause it's common sense. Why
Well, it may
are
not
you
be.
asking me a question that's common sense?
It may not be common sense because
To me, it's common sense.
me to you, but out of me and you, who the most logical?
Ding ding ding. Why you
Me.
can't get it?
But I'm the most logical, so if it's not common sense, if the most logical, it may not be common sense.
If
So,
I can get it, you can get it.
I think we both. I could admit.
You have the harsh words.
I could admit. But I believe you do too. But
I have harsh words?
You do at times. You do say things.
Harsh words?
I guess that
words
combination.
Don't cut deep. I feel like I do some stuff, but I don't feel like. I wish I had harsh words, and that sounds bad. But I got to think about my harsh words. My harsh words come later. I get into it with somebody, and I usually let my emotions like take over, and so I screw it up, and then I walk away, and I'm like, dang, I should have said X, Y, Z, because that would have been the killer word, and I messed it up. So yeah. I don't have the harsh words. I usually let my emotions overrun my words, but
I don't think I have harsh words either, though. If you ask me,
baby,
man, but listen, hear me out. Back in the day, I used to have more harsh words. I think when it comes to me, because I may say something that you may not like, it come off as harsh. Maybe how I say it or whatever, and it may hurt because what I say, it may be the truth.
No, and you have feel harsh. And it feel harsh. I don't think that you are as harsh as you used to be, but you got harsh words.
I think it's harsh because I'm saying it, and how I'm saying it could be the truth, and you'd be like, man, that's messed up.
But you got harsh words.
I'm gonna have to
I don't feel like you're not as bad as you used to, but you do have harsh words.
Cause I'm always remember our training. I remember our training, our marriage counseling, and so I mentally always trying to remember that soft startup versus hard startup. Even when we argue, I always bring up the fact we learned this in pre-marriage counseling, and so why don't we use that? I usually go back to that because I know it's much needed. But you feel like, if you feel like I have harsh words, see, even that may sound bad to some people. He said he ain't even admitted it, but okay, I have harsh words. There's things that I say is harsh, and so I will work on that. But he have to let me know when it's harsh. If you don't let me know, how will I know?
Okay. What's the next one?
Number 4, unrealistic expectations. Our partners can't always know what we feel or what we want, and sometimes they can't just put as much focus into a relationship as we would like. Life gets in the way from time to time. If you're struggling to communicate reality check your expectation. She laughing because that's her.
Ah, man, that's my parents' fault. They set me up for this.
But it's crazy how the roles reverse. Because I remember back when we were going to premarital counseling and we went to therapy. One of your things about me was my expectation was high. Maybe you were like it's hard to live up to my expectation. And I think,
But your expectations of me, you wanted all of these things. These are, I guess it's the same thing. Never mind.
but I think I won't say lower my expectation, but I realize we are who we are. But yeah, I think it reversed over time.
Maybe I don't feel like I'm trying to change you. I just feel like I have expectations of. Never mind. Maybe I am trying to change you. I have expectations of how I expect my husband or where I expect my husband to be or what I need from my husband. And I expect you to know this because you talk about how you know me so well. Then my expectation is that well, shoot, oops.
It's
You
all
know,
good.
you know me so well. Then you know that I need you here, or you know that I need this from you. Why I gotta tell you when you already know?
Because things change from time to time. So for me, it's better to let me know and then rather have me thinking about it. So in that aspect, yeah, because I have less expectation. My thing is, are we good? Are we working together, communicating financially, and are we having sex? So maybe my high expectation is sex. I have high expectation on that. So hiding feelings. Number 5 is hiding feelings. Um, Being honest about your feelings is the heart of good communication. It's difficult to get a resolution or move forward with an issue if one of you isn't being honest. Make it make a pact to be truthful with each other and dealing with feelings together rather than sweeping them under the rug. Uh,
I think we both do that one.
yeah, I know I do that because, like I said earlier, sometimes I don't feel like dealing with some things or having to hear things. So I just be man, whatever. It is it gonna happen. Then let her get it out the way. So my expectation, my mind is it's gonna happen. So don't let it get to you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you how I truly feel because it may come off as harsh or so I just keep it in. So I think that's one that we got to work on. That couples got to work on in general how the feelings.
Yeah, I concur.
Number 6, what did this? Making them responsible for us. No one else is responsible for our thoughts and feelings. If you're making your partner responsible for keeping you happy, your communication will come clouded by frustration in the way of all those expectations. Own your feelings so you can handle them with grace and openness. Practice good self care and take steps to meet your own emotional needs so you can communicate with your partner from a place of strength.
Okay.
I would say, as for us, making them responsible, I think that's more on you than me.
What? I don't make you responsible. I don't think it applies that much. I don't think.
Not a lot, but sometimes I feel like it's that way. But like I said, we done gotten better over the years. And so I think I think for some reason that aligns with expectations. Honestly, that's eerily close to your expectations.
You're not responsible for my happiness. I don't feel like you are. That's why. I, I go out there and do what I do. Like you, you don't. You're not responsible for my happiness. Like I can't. You don't make every decision for me, so I don't sit there and think that you're responsible for my
I don't think
happiness.
that's what that means. Make every decision,
I'm not saying that that's what
but
it means, but I'm saying that that you're. I guess I don't know how to say it, but I don't believe that that's one of my values, and I don't feel like every one of these has to apply to us. I think there are communication errors. I think it's possible that it applies to a lot of relationships, but I don't feel like we have to have all 10. So I don't think I'll take that one.
okay. Well, I'll move on to number 7. But that's the interesting one. I'm gonna research that one more though. Number 7, not knowing their love language. This is a rough one because when we did a love language skill, all of them match you. So for me to do your love language is just rough. Now we haven't done it in years, so like you said, it may have changed. So I will be interested to see what your love language is now compared to. We got to do that. I guess one episode we're gonna do our love language and then let y'all know what they are. Because when we first did it, mine was acts of service. You know, for me, I always felt good. You know, a back rub or massage or something like that. That gets me long ways than a lot of other things. Maybe word of affirmation, but that really didn't play much with me because growing up, I always had to tell myself, had to push myself. But I think mine was acts of service and quality time.
Yeah, definitely acts of service. What's yours?
And so no, so we're gonna do it again. Cause I think yours were like literally all of them were about equal when we did it. So
Sounds about right. How about high expectations?
number 8, keeping score. I think I do. I do this. I think I do this. And I'm working on it. I gotta tell myself. I'll be like, I pray like God, just take it out. Like I give maybe a back massage, or I give a massage and don't. And I probably get 5 massages before I get one, and I'm counting them. I don't give you this massage, and this, and like dang, like when I'm gonna get one, like stuff like that. I think that my competitive nature. I don't want to say competitive, but I believe I do keep score. Then I gotta work on that because that do develop, and you shouldn't do it just do things out of to get something in return, right? And so my selfish nature, part of my selfish nature is that will come up. So I gotta work on that. I know that for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely you.
I, I have no problem admitting that. Number 9, poor listening skills. Yeah, I think we both do good listening. Now, keep in mind, it depends on when you telling me, but when I'm zeroed in and focused, I'm a really good listener. But if I'm in the zone, I'm watching the basketball game or football game, it's the playoffs and X, Y, and Z, then yeah, it may get a little bit more difficult for me to listen and focus on what you got to say. But I think we both do good listening skills. And the last one, number 10, is lack of empathy. Sometimes poor communication simply comes down to not having enough empathy for the other person. It's so easy to get caught up in what we feel and need and worry about that we forget to take into account what our partner is feeling. It's not a character flaw, it's just part of being a human being. However, if you can learn to put yourself in their shoes and imagine what they are thinking, feeling, and going through, your communication will improve dramatically.
I think that's true.
Yeah, I mean, even I think that's very important in the heat of moment when you're in the heat of argument. I know that's the hardest part. 'Cause I really do feel like we both try to put ourselves in each other's shoes. I try to put myself in people's shoes all the time. Like, how would this other person feel about this? And like, I get your viewpoint and try to come from that angle. Um, but at the end of the day, that is true, and I can see even from that group I'm a part of, a lot of times there's a lack of empathy from a lot of the men. You know, and you see a lot of men on there too saying, put yourself in her shoes, or put yourself in your child's shoes, or put yourself in your friend's shoe, and things like that. And so those are the top 10 things for lack of empathy. Top 10 things for causes. So number one was too much screen time. Number two, casual jealousy. Number three, harsh words. Number four, unrealistic expectation. Number five, hiding feelings. Number six, making them responsible for us. Number seven, not knowing their love language. Number eight, keep scoring. Number nine, poor listening skills. And number 10, lack of empathy. So if any one of those are yours, just look at it and then figure out what you could do to make yourself better. As you can hear through our conversation, there's something that Jennifer thought she was, and things I thought I was, and things that she thought I was that I didn't think I was, and things I think she is that she didn't think she was. But in communication, you can work through those things. It's not easy. It's definitely hard, especially when you come from two different family backgrounds. So once again, communication is key. So that's one thing when I start the fatherhood program, we will be talking about communication. The communication in almost any area of life is key in building that foundation, either with your spouse or with your kids. So in saying that, we're gonna be coming to a close. Any last thing you want to say?
Nope, that's it, y'all. Thanks for another episode.
Hey, make sure y'all go to our Facebook page and like us, the good, the bad, the dungeon. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Dungeon Empire. A lot of my workouts and different things we got going on will be posted on there. Make sure you keep an eye on that Deep Impact Leaders in Training. If you into music, Deep Impact Entertainment Firm. We got artists coming out. We got music coming out, Leaders in Training. We got programs starting around the Central Texas area. Hey, let's get connected. We looking for more artist music, independent artist music as well. Once again, thank y'all for listening, and we'll see y'all next time.